Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com. Today I'm featuring the Perennial Essence Suite, which you can find on page 106 through to 108. This is a stamp set which has been bundled with the Perennial Floral Punch. If you purchase these together, it will save you 10%. This is the card we'll be making. The papers are so gorgeous that I didn't really want to cover it up. I'll be using the Perennial Essence DSP. These are hand-painted impressionistic imagery and they are absolutely gorgeous. They look as though they've been painted on canvas. I'll also be using the Perennial Essence Vellum cardstock. There are 3 colours, one in Petal Pink, Old Olive and so Saffron, and there are 4 each of the 3 colours, making 12 in all in the pack. And they come in 12 by 12 inch sheets. I'm going to be using the Old Olive one for my leaves with the punch. My card base is Blackberry Bliss, and that measures 4 1/8 by 11 3/4 inches. In metric, that's 10.5 by 29.8 and folded in half. This is the white insert for inside the card, and that measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. In metric, that's 9.5 by 14 centimeters. We'll also need some scrap to stamp the flowers. I need a balmy blue layer. This is 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, and that is 9.5 by 14 centimeters. We'll also need the stitched rectangle framelets, and I'm using sizes 3 and 4. I've already mounted them on a scrap of balmy blue cardstock. Make the frame here. So these 2 sizes measure 2 3/16 of an inch by 3 9/16, and the larger one, size 4, is 2 3/16 inches by 3 9/16. In metric, that would be 4.6 by 8.1 centimeters and 5.5 by 9 centimeters. A piece of the vellum cardstock in Old Olive, and also a piece of plain white vellum cardstock about 1 inch wide. I've cut a piece of the Perennial Essence DSP at 3 1/2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. In metric, this will measure 8.9 centimeters by 13.3 centimeters. The inks I'm using are Crushed Curry and Blackberry Bliss and Old Olive. I need some Versamark ink, a dust buddy and gold embossing powder, and my heat tool. So I think we're just about there. Oh, and you need a die cutting machine, of course. Let's start with a bit of stamping. So I'm going to need a foam pad underneath, because they're photopolymer stamps. I need that extra cushion. I'm going to stamp 2 flowers, a big one and a smaller one. And I'll need to do a bit of fussy cutting with that as well. So I'm going to bring in this special ink pad and clean my stamp first. See how pink it is? And hopefully this special chemical that is in the ink pad will remove most of the pink stain. So I've rinsed that off in my bowl, and see the difference between that and that. Next, I want to stamp my flower centers, and you can see these are shaped, so it's shaped according to the flower. So with the smaller flower you'll need this shape here, and for this flower you'll need that stamp, to stamp the flower centre. Bring back my cardstock, and I'll need the crushed curry ink and ink it up, and I need it for this one. Oh, I think I've done the wrong one. Should be this one. I forgot to press record, but this stamp, the triangular one, should go on this flower, so I've done that. Now I'm going to have to fussy cut these, so I'll do that off camera, otherwise it will make the video too long. Next I want to do a bit of embossing, so I'm getting all the elements ready for my card. So I put some Dust Buddy on the vellum cardstock, ink up my sentiment with the Versamark ink, and I'll place my vellum cardstock on the grid line so I know it's straight, and stamp. Sprinkle it with gold embossing powder. Bring in my heat tool. And just hold it there and you'll see it start to turn into gold. So I'm going to bring in my punch and punch out a leaf. I think I'll cut a strip. I need 2 more. So let's cut a strip and try and be economical. That measures about just 4 centimetres. Which is 2 5/8 inches. Now the vellum has got a shiny side and a matte side, so really it's the shiny side you want showing. So 3 should do it. I want to create a mask for my flower so I can stamp the leaves behind it in the for the inside of the card. So I'm angling my scissors at a 45-degree angle, and I'm cutting inside the line. And the reason for that is so that when it comes to stamping, it won't leave a gap between the stamp and the paper. Stamp another flower down here. Bring back the crushed curry, and this time I'll try not to make the same mistake and use the right stamp for the right flower. Perfect. Now I'm going to place my mask on the flower and stamp the leaf. Ink up the leaf, and I need a mask. Maybe it might need another one down here. Take the mask off, the inside of the card finished. Now I can glue that to the inside of the card so I don't lose it. Then I can glue this piece on, lay it on the front of the card, and that will go on straight. Next I'll do this one. And that will go off at an angle. Next I need to die cut the frame. Bring in my magnetic platform, base cutting plate, the balmy blue cardstock with the frame's edge face down, and also taped with washi tape to prevent the dies from moving. Hot cutting plate, and I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot, so I'll do that off camera and I'll be back. There's my frame cut. Now I can save that for another project another time. So I'm going to put double-sided tape on this side. So you need to do that before you put the foam pads on. Yep, I'm happy with that. So trim off what you don't need. And I want a tail. Some foam adhesive strips. This comes in a packet of 2, and a little goes a long way. So I just want, oops. Bring in my card base and then frame this flower, which is here. I'm going to put sort of, if you have snail adhesive, use snail, but I've still got my fast fuse, which has retired, and I'm just going to put some on the back of the flowers. And then put my leaves on. Now I need to remember to put the shiny side face up. Tuck that one underneath. Should have another leaf somewhere, but I seem to have lost it. There it is. And I might have to add a couple of foam adhesive to the underside of the flowers so they don't buckle. There we go. Curl that a little bit. Ta-da! Finished. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, and sometimes, you know, it's nice to cut up your designer series paper, or DSP for short, and use that and let it sing. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and the supply list is below this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.